What's up, y'all? Shook here, back with another video on the Holy Priest, doing some 2v2 with Plum on his Demon Hunter. So I haven't uploaded a Holy Priest video in about 3 weeks, so I figured it was about time we did a few queues, and because the last Holy Priest video randomly caught some traction. I'm not sure if that was because it got played in the AWC or whatever. And also saw that everybody was really enjoying the solo shuffle video that I uploaded, so thanks for showing all the love on that video. I'm going to continue that series and play some more on the alt Paladin. But yeah, this first game is a Holy Paladin and a Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter is doing quite a bit of damage to me. I don't know if he got dispelled there or yeah, it looks like he got out of it. We are getting a lot of pressure on the Holy Paladin. The Holy Paladin's probably going to be the kill target. He's not running Divine Plea, so typically we're going to be able to out-mana him as long as I get my full Symbol of Hope off. Now here's what we don't want to happen, is where Plum gets stunned back there, so we do get our, have to burn Netherwalk there. So that was kind of unfortunate. When I flew up in the air, he swapped and they were able to stun Plum behind the pillar, and I don't know, kind of an unfortunate event there. So we don't have Guardian up. We do have our Angel form, so we can always live. I mean, right here, I'm just going to pop Angel form, and I'm kind of telling Plum, hey, just stay on my line. I'm going to reset all my cooldowns with this Angel form. Not worried about the Searing Glare because we're not doing any damage here. I do juke him right there as soon as I come out of Angel form, and I get precog. Have Guardian back up. He's doing quite a bit of damage, but right here, Plum uses his Hunt to get over to him. We get his Blur, and you can already see we're ahead on mana. I do have Fear. I'm going to try and get a double Fear, but he hodges me, and then I miss it on the Demon Hunter. This Demon Hunter was a little bit laggy. I'm not sure whether he just fell rushed around the corner or whatever. So right here, Plum gets stunned behind the corner again, which is really unfortunate. And then he gets rooted by, it looks like, the Hunt. But even though all that bad stuff happened, we still have Swap available. I also have Flap in the air, so again, they can't really kill me. We have 6 seconds on Fear. What I really want to do is get a double Fear and then have Plum stun the Paladin, and then I can start doing damage. So that's not what happened there. I feared the Demon Hunter, and then he gets dispelled immediately. So generally, you want to get the double Fear just so you can ensure that it's going to be the full CC on the Demon Hunter. Plum does get caged. It's undispellable, so I can't dispel him. He's running the Detainment PvP talent. The Holy Paladin's casting Hand of Divinity, so he's trying to kind of conserve a little bit of mana. Maybe he's figured out our game plan. I am going to stun the Demon Hunter here into a Mind Control and just kind of walk him away. Holy Paladins don't have that offensive purge, so he can't remove the Mind Control, and Plum is going to get Bubble. So with this spec, whenever I am running Mind Control, I don't have Mass Dispel, so I'm not going to get his Bubble. It's just kind of like one of those trade-offs where, I don't know, it's not really worth, like, the odds of us being able to MD him as he bubbles and have the Demon Hunter be CC'd, it's like really low. I'd rather have Mind Control in 2v2. Now in 3v3, that's a different scenario. It's completely different. You know, in 3v3, you're not typically going to be mind controlling anyone unless you're running a control comp. So if you're running, you know, RMP or something like that, then maybe you can run it. But even then, I'd rather have Mass Dispel if I was running RMP. So right here, we're getting a lot more pressure. We still have Symbol of Hope, and the Paladin was trying to drink, so he realizes that he's behind on mana. I do have my Angel form back up, so the only way they can win at this point is to take down Plum, kind of if he gets pulled behind a pillar. I get blinded here. The Demon Hunter's just letting us sit. I can trinket this Hodge, and I do go ahead and trinket the Hodge. I don't have Empyrean Blaze, but I'm going to try and dispel Plum here to get him out of that stun. And the only thing we want to do is make sure this Paladin does not drink, and it looks like we're going to take him down here in a second. We do get Darkness. This is also another reason why it's really, really good to run Divine Plea in 2v2. So he does pop Lay on Hands there, but it essentially does nothing. And it looks like he doesn't even have the 5% mana talent that you can take. There's Hand of Divinity. So he's actually going to stay alive a little bit longer with that Hand of Divinity. He also has Barrier of Faith rolling and Wings, so he's going to be able to keep himself up for just a little bit longer. I now have my Fiend back up to get me more mana, so yeah, we're going to end up taking him down just from running him So interesting first match there. I think it would have been a lot tougher. I would have been interested to see if the Holy Paladin was running Divine Fleet, how much tougher this match would have been. I'm not sure on damage at the end here. So it looks like, yeah, Plum out damaged their Demon Hunter too. So this next one is a mirror match. And it looks like he is, if I remember correctly, so there's the play we want to do where we cross CC there. I do miss my MD, but it's okay because he goes into angel form. We want to get full value out of the fear, like what I was saying in the first match, where Plum stunned the Holy Priest, and then I'm going to fear the Demon Hunter. And I just want to CC the Demon Hunter as much as possible. Plum does cage him, and we get his trinket there, which is really, really good for us. Realistically, I want to dispel that power infusion off the Holy Priest, but I didn't get it this time. I don't know if I just didn't see it or what was going on with that. They're going to try and get the kill on me, but it's really hard to, with the build I'm running, it's really difficult to take down a Holy Priest whenever you can just shift into angel form, you have swap, you have all the things. So yeah, he's running the Mind Games build, so I don't have Mind Games. Mine's a little bit more defense oriented. We do get the swap there, and I believe trinket. Yeah, so we got trinket, swap, and we still have most of our cooldowns. So we're actually really ahead here. I'm going to use my angel form at this point, just to kind of reset cooldowns. I'm going to hymn to get the full value out of Divine Hymn, and we have 40 seconds left on Guardian. And looks like I'm trying to pull the Demon Hunter into this room to maybe fear him or bait him into, coming back here when I have Empyrean Blaze. So he does come back here. I don't have stun, but I do have Empyrean Blaze, and we do get his Nether Walk right there. Plum is then going to swap to the Holy Priest. So we just have all the pressure at the moment. And it looks like we're losing on mana, but I'm not super worried about that. I do get the double fear there on the Priest. I'm trying to pull the Demon Hunter back into the room. I stunned him a little bit early there, and it is on Darkness and Blur, so kind of a bad stun. I wish I would have waited a little bit longer to make sure he was in the room and out of LOS. They get the double fear on us, and they're getting a little bit more pressure. I do go ahead and trinket the Chastise stun, and just because I don't want to give them any chance to randomly just one-shot me. I'm gonna fly into the air because I'm running that Divine Ascension PvP talent. Forces the Demon Hunter to swap, and right here he's gonna Mind Games me. I'm gonna instantly dispel it off and pull the Demon Hunter as far away, because if he's over here, the Priest can't heal him, so he's forced to run back. He can't chase me. And there's the power infusion. I am gonna purge it off almost immediately. And neither one of them have power infusion. We did proc precog right there, and I'm trying to get into the Priest line to just sit there and death him. So I think I'm good. Yeah, there's the Shadow Word Death. And we do take him down. They were kind of running behind on mana, but I was playing pretty offensive, even though I'm running the defensive build compared to that one. So interesting little mirror there. And then this next match is a DK Resto Druid. So Resto Druid is kind of tough for this comp. We don't have a super good win rate against Resto Druid Hunter or Resto Druid Windwalker. It's kind of the counter to this comp, especially if the Resto Druid plays really well. So right here with the DK having taken the nerf that they did, and I don't think this Druid's running reactive resin. As long as I can purge offensively at the correct times, and we don't let the Druid drink, which that's easier said than done. So this is a Night Elf Druid, so he can do the Shadow Meld drink whenever he wants to, but we really just want to make as many swaps as possible and just not let the Druid get comfortable or get free drinks. So Plum cages him right there. I do Chastise stun him. I thought about I did go ahead and use it. I was going to say I thought about using the Fade there in order to basically have a freedom to get to the Druid to fear him. And we get a lot of pressure right here, and you can see me start to offensively purge on the DK. I'm purging. There's the Adaptive Swarm, so I'm not going to be able to get that off, so I stop with the purge and go back to healing. And we just have a ton of pressure. The Druid, we're about equal on mana, and I have popped my Fiend already, so he's trying to get Plum, bait Plum to walk over there. So while they're doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and drink because we're all topped off. We have Guardian, and so the Druid's also drinking. Yeah, so we're both going to basically reset our mana. And at 41% dampening, honestly, I think this favors us after the nerfs to DK. They just don't have that crazy. I mean, they're still good, but like it's not as scary as they were. I don't know if it was the nerf to necrotic wounds like that. It was 1%, but technically it's a 25% nerf because it dropped from 4 to 3. So I don't know. It's just kind of I don't know where DKs stand after the nerf. It's hard to tell because they were really, really, really powerful, but it seems like we have a much higher win rate versus them now. So right here now, this is really where we want to be, where we're getting spread pressure on both the DPS and the Resto Druid, and he has that Iron Bark. Plum does fear him. So I do get blinded, but you can see Plum's just like ripping into this guy. I'm going to walk over here, and I think I was going to go for the fear, but I changed my mind once I saw Plum kind of swapping to him. We get a reset here on Serenity. I stun the DK, and then I'm just going to start casting Holy Fire. I do juke him that time because I noticed he was kicking me whenever I was playing offensive, and he's just trying to Chains of Ice Plum, and I don't have a freedom for him, so we just kind of have to sit this. It's unfortunate. And again, we're almost equal on mana. I don't want to let him drink this time, so I am just trying to keep him in combat, or just like basically pay attention to where he's playing. He does have to come out and heal his DK because Plum finally connected to him, and he essentially can't trade 1-for-1 anymore with a Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter is just going to do too much damage. Plum does glimpse the clone, so that's a really good heads-up play. I have Chastise available. I'm kind of just like holding it for a second, waiting for... I think I was waiting for maybe the clone to come out, but I do get blinded, so I probably should have just gone ahead and done it on the Druid and then gone for the Chastise Fear. But he does have Tree Form going, so he looks like he's going to clone Plum. This is another scenario where it's debatable whether you want to have your mind control versus your MD, because you can MD off clones, and it also, that other spec that I was talking about where you have MD, it makes your purge cost less, or your dispel. So I don't know, it's debatable on this one because I've had success both ways, like having mind control. It really just depends on what the DPS the Resto Druid is playing with. So Plum does make the swap here. The Resto Druid has no hots. He gets Life Bloom up, and I'm not getting... I should be purging, honestly, instead of casting Holy Fire, although I did slow him there. And we're at 58% dampening. It looks like he got another tree form there from getting the 3 little germination seeds or whatever it's called. So that's only going to last like 9 seconds or 10 seconds, something like that. There's the Iron Bark. So once this Iron Bark's gone, they're really not going to have much. So the Resto Druid does use the Shadow Meld over here, and I lose him. Luckily, Plum saw where he was at. I do get a Shadow Word Pain on him, just trying to keep him in combat. We get his Trinket. Iron Bark's going to run out really, really soon, and we're just going to do a ton of damage to this DK. It looks like right here. We are now at 61% dampening, and we're kind of just chasing them down. We have them on the back foot. The Druid's at like 66k mana, and it looks like he's just running away trying to drink. And sometimes with this comp, you can't really stop him, and we want to just like punish them for trying to get the drink. He does slow me as I'm running towards the Resto Druid, just because he doesn't want me to fear him. Then Plum goes ahead and fears him and stuns him. I get Holy Locked by the pet. And right here, I'm debating on whether I should swap Plum. I do swap right on the grip, so it was really unfortunate. If he strangulated me here, I would actually be in a little bit of trouble. He does get the clone off on Plum. I think it got Plum's Trinket, and then Plum was rooted there. I don't have my Dispel just yet, or maybe I did use it on him. Right here, we're still ahead on mana. We still have Symbol of Hope. And I'm trying to just tell Plum, like, hey, just hang in my line for just a second while I'm in angel form. And he is getting his drink off, which is what we don't want. Honestly, I just really don't like this map. It's just not good for really anything. It's a weird Z-axis map, but whatever. we do take down the DK right there. Dampening just got too high. We're at 69% dampening. But yeah, those are kind of how those games go with the Holy Priest. Hope you guys enjoyed these. Let me know what you think. I'm going to get back to the Holy Paladin videos soon. Probably do, maybe on Monday or Tuesday, another Holy Paladin solo shuffle, and then probably some more Holy Paladin 2v2 videos in the works. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe, drop a like, helps me out a ton. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.